Hey, survivors. I just wanted to come on today because I just want to share with you guys that, right now I'm going through some really, really tough things. Sometimes it's just going to be hard. It's going to be hard because you're trying to transition from being on disability and getting back into the world and doing things, even stronger than what you did before. I think I'm dealing with the challenges of that right now because I really want to give up. Like, I want to give up, but I'm not. I can't give up. I can't give up because I have my grandkids depend on me. My kids depend on me. I have to keep going because if I don't keep going and if I don't keep going, then I will fail. But I'm dealing with depression right now. I'm dealing with I think the world's not going to like me. I'm not going to be successful in this. But I know I have to keep going. I know that I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to stop or give up because this is what I want to do. And I'm going to do it. It's hard. My flesh is like, give up. God, I don't have the strength to keep going. But I have to keep going. I keep having these dreams, y'all. Like last night, I had a dream where about a horse, and this horse, I was going down this road. I mean, I've been having a lot of discerning dreams, and I know that these dreams are meaning something. But this horse was very loving and caring, and its owner had let me get on it and ride it. So I was riding it, and it was being very um, gentle or very, not riding hard and just keep on, kept on going. And then I was rubbing it, petting it, and I actually could feel the love of me doing that to the horse. So I just want you guys to know, survivors, that you don't have to give up. You can keep going when things get too hard, when things feel like you can't go on, nobody will understand your struggle or your, you know, illness, and the world will be against you because the world is against you, especially being a melanated woman. You go through so many changes, so many thoughts, so many generational illnesses. You don't even realize, I don't think melanated women even realize the generational impact of the mental illness that we carry from slavery. I don't think we know that. So when we wondering why we depressed, when we wondering when we feel um, unaccomplished or we feel like the world is weighing on us, it's because we come from a bloodline that went through all of that. That's nothing new. Melanated women have to push a little bit harder. Not, I'm not uh, disregarding women in general, but I speak for melanated women. I speak for our sadness and our depression in our life and the things that we've gone through and the things that we tried to build and was someone kicked it down or knocked it down and we have to start all over, you know. I'm talking about our trials and tribulations. We have to be strong through that. We have to be strong. Just imagine, can you guys imagine going through slavery? And I'm speaking of all nationalities. Can you imagine being a melanated woman going through slavery? Can you imagine going through watching your husband or the man that you chose to be with for your eternal life getting beaten, abused? That scarring, that trauma stays with you through generation, through generation, through generation. All of that pain and hurt and suffering and survival. That's why we are so strong on surviving. Unless we are taught and programmed differently, then we may have forgotten, but we still will go through it. It is something I believe that we have to acknowledge. We're going to have to acknowledge that it happened, that slavery happened, and it has made us stronger. And if we are not careful, we're going to end up going right back through the same type of slavery, only this time it's going to be a modern day slavery. And I'm saying that because, sometimes I cannot understand why I'm depressed. I have everything working for me, everything going. I'll be blessed from the Most High with everything. And yet I still feel this depression. And I know my ancestors went through the depression. I know they went through the heartache and the struggle of being enslaved. So the feelings that I feel, I at that moment have to become stronger in my endeavor, in anything that I am doing. I have to push that depression to the side. And sometimes it is so hard, y'all. Sometimes it is so hard to push depression to the side. I deal with it, but I'm not going to let it I'm not going to let it win. I'm not going to let it overcome me. I'm not going to let it take me to the point to where I want to do something that I know I really don't want to do. It is the depression of my ancestors. It is the depression of those who came before me. This is why I can't shake it. And when you can't shake something, you have to hit it head on. You have to figure out why you are depressed. And when I wasn't looking at it like that, I could not figure out. I had my children, I had my life, my businesses, I had my um, different things working for me, doors opening for me. And I could not understand what this depression was. What it was. Why was there major depression in my life? Why can't I overcome these obstacles of depression? And one night I was just lying in bed, feeling depressed. And all of a sudden, I began to feel, and it wasn't words, it was just thoughts. It is not who you are, but where you come from. You have the power. I have the power to change. I have the ability to create change in my life. If I'm depressed, I don't want to be depressed. Change your train of mind, train of thought. And sometimes that's the hardest thing, but y'all, you gotta do it, survivors. You gotta say not today. I say that all the time, and I'm pushed back with no, you depressed. Okay, so I'm depressed, but that's not where I'm going to stay. I'm going to change it, and I'm going to be happy for myself. What can I do in this moment to change my life and the way that I'm going? And right now, depression is trying to take over. I have to be strong through my trial and my tribulation, because those who came before me fought through, whether they made it or they did not. they still fought to be strong. I can't imagine their pain. And yet I feel the heaviness of depression, the heaviness of the pain. And I don't know where it's coming from. And I know that I have lived before. I know that. Whether we want to believe that or not, whether we want to say that it's not there, and this is what they've taught us, that reincarnation does not exist, but I beg to differ on that. I beg to differ. Because this world is set up that way, y'all. Unfortunately, it is set up that way. It is said, unless you start figuring out and knowing who and get to know who you are, get through it. Survivors, I just wanted to come on this morning and give you words of encouragement and affirmations, positive affirmations. You are amazing. You are awesome. You can overcome any challenge put in before you. You will stand strong in the midst of your trial, in the midst of your tribulation. There is nothing that will conquer. No weapons formed against you shall prosper. You shall move forward in your endeavors. You shall move through the storm, and you shall make it and be as you should be, as you should be. Okay? The feelings of inferiority shall be removed from you. You should step forward and stand where you should be. I just wanted to come on and wish you guys well. Have a wonderful, wonderful day or evening, depending on where you are in the world. And remember, survivors, change your negative thoughts to positive thoughts. Then make good choices. It does work. I love you guys. Stay strong. Till next time. Bye.